The Trump administration has had one of the worst last few months you can imagine. Bad decision after bad decision. And every time they mess up, they come out with these weak, ridiculous explanations like the public is too stupid to understand what's really happening. But what they just did at the Pentagon might be the worst move yet. They pushed real journalists out of the building, and instead, they replaced them with influencers and political trolls. One of those people is Laura Loomer, and she didn't even hide it. She went online bragging about how she took over a desk inside the Pentagon, a desk that used to belong to a real journalist. She was proud of it. And listen, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, Laura Loomer is one of the worst people you could ever let anywhere near government. She doesn't help Trump. She makes him look worse. She's not just a bad journalist. She's known for extreme behavior, nonstop scandals, and public incidents so serious that she is actually barred from carrying firearms. That's real. So how does someone like this get welcomed into the party? How does this help Trump? It doesn't. Candace Owens even called them out for this perfectly.
And the Pentagon, okay, like where the Department of Defense is housed, the Pentagon, which was implicated in 9/11, a lot of questions about what the Pentagon was up to, money, a lot of questions about the Pentagon, okay? They have just given press passes. They've just put Laura Loomer in their press corps. I'm not kidding. Check this out. Check out this headline. Conservative activist Laura Loomer, a Trump ally, says she has a new Pentagon press pass. Now, this is of interest. This should be of interest to everybody because you don't have to be a Laura Loomer hater or a Laura Loomer lover to know that Laura Loomer quite literally has psychiatric issues, okay? She has been on multiple Psych 5150 holds. She is the person who, in case you didn't know this, chained herself to Twitter when she got banned from Twitter. And she wore a Star of David. Now, crazier than the fact that she chained herself at Twitter headquarters and was wearing a Star of David and trying to correlate being banned from Twitter as being in a Holocaust is the fact that Laura Loomer is factually not Jewish. Okay, so she's living in a delusion that she's even Jewish. That was politically expedient for her to say that she was Jewish. She can't produce any bat mitzvah pictures because it never happened. No, bat mitzvah just never happened. She became Jewish, in essence, I suppose, for political reasons, and has gone so far in this identity crisis that she chained herself to Twitter headquarters and made it like a Jewish thing when they kicked her off of Twitter back in 2018. Now, I don't even agree with the fact that they kicked her off. I don't agree with them kicking anybody off. But you should know that our Department of Defense, for whatever reason, is signaling that she's an okay person to be in the building. That just seems like maybe a flight risk. Like if you're just interested in basic safety and defense, you wouldn't allow that person in a building like the Pentagon specifically. And they're doing that. Why? Because she has proven over and over again that she has no soul and she will lie over and over again on people, on places, and on things that she sees with her own eyes, as long as she defends the state of Israel, which has absolutely nothing to do with her and her ethnicity.
Now all Laura Loomer does is go online and insult Muslims, call them terrorists, and even warn that another 9/11 will happen, which is extremely disturbing and suspicious, especially coming from someone now being let into serious government spaces.
Pro-Israel crowd are signaling hard to us that another 9/11 is coming. They're jacking up the jihad rhetoric. Everyone's a jihadist. Muslims are coming. The Muslims are here. Mabdani, there's a jihadist threat. Something big is coming.
That's literally all she talks about. Every question she asks is about jihadists taking over America, and not a single question about the real problem of foreign money openly buying politicians right in front of our eyes. For example, after the recent D.C. shooting, she immediately started blaming Muslims as a whole, even though Trump himself said it had nothing to do with religion and that the guy was likely just suffering from PTSD.
U.S. officials say that the suspect worked very closely with the CIA in Afghanistan for years, that he was vetted, and the vetting came up clean.
He went cuckoo. I mean, he went nuts. And that happens too.
You might be wondering why she works so hard to shift all the hate onto Muslims while completely ignoring the real problems. And honestly, I think it's about money. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene has talked about the selling outs, and Laura Loomer is one of them.
Let's talk about the social media influencers. I made 2 posts about this today. I find it highly offensive as an American that social media influencers can get paid basically under the table and no one knows who is paying them and who is sponsoring them. So today I made 2 posts. I made one post calling for any social media influencer, if they are getting paid by a foreign country, that they have to register under FARA. They have to register under FARA through the Department of Justice. The second post I made probably about an hour ago is I posted that, as a matter of fact, all social media influencers, they should have a badge or an icon or a different color check mark that lets the American people know that they take money for their posts, whether it's political, corporate sponsorships, or on behalf of a foreign government. I think these paid social media influencers need to, it's just like on TV you have to talk about who is sponsoring your program. Broadcasters have to say this message is brought to you by XYZ. I think it should be the same for social media influencers. But the biggest part, Matt, is when it comes to them taking money from foreign governments. They should have to disclose that. It should be made available to the American people, and especially our MAGA influencers that are so-called America First. The biggest message they need to hear is they're not America First if they're taking payments by a foreign government.
I personally believe Laura Loomer would do literally anything for money. There was even a moment where online trolls sent her dog food and paid her a small amount to promote it on her show, claiming it was human grade. And she didn't turn it down. She actually ate dog food on camera just to get paid. That alone tells you exactly what kind of person we're dealing with.
Positive really is an amazing company. Not only do they have these emergency pet kits, but they also have these supplements here. And this is human grade, okay? This is human grade, and I just want to show you now. I'm going to actually do this live on air so you can see for yourself, okay? 100% human grade ingredients is what it says here on the package. And the ingredients are Alberta grass-finished bison liver, Alberta grass-finished bison heart, Alberta grass-finished kidney. These are the same type of nutrients that you can find in the beef organs that you purchase for yourself, right? But this is all protected bison that comes from Canada. So that means that there's no hormones, there's no vaccines given to the bison. So you could actually share these nutrients with your animals. So you could eat this yourself. And I'm going to show you, this isn't a gimmick. This is not just, some trash dog food from China. Okay. These are supplements and these are products that are so healthy and natural that you could actually eat it yourself. So you can see here, positive bison. It clearly says dog food topper. And I'm going to put this in my mouth right now. So it tastes like meat, and maybe that is disgusting to you, but I'll show you right here. Look, this is the bison product right here. It clearly says dog food topper. You can see on camera. Actually tastes good. I'm not going to lie. So 100% human grade ingredients, nutrition for your dog in every bite. It's so healthy that you could even eat it yourself.
She even recently attacked Candace Owens and told her she should be grateful to Jews because they helped her.
I think it's really important to mention that while Candace was doing that, she was a product of Jewish money. I mean, we cannot ignore the fact that Candace Owens got her career started working for people like Dennis Prager, Jewish, working for people like Ben Shapiro, Jewish. But I think that it's very dangerous when you forget where you came from. And I think that it shows a really big character flaw and a sign of ingratitude when you forget the people who helped you arrive at the dance, like the people that took you to the dance.
That's the level of narcissism we're dealing with here. And somehow the Pentagon thought this person was a better choice than real journalists. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates.